Good evening, team. How's it going? Thanks for joining me. I'm Corey, and today we're gonna do some work on my personal site. We're gonna do some live coding in Rust as usual for this stream, and today we're gonna work on my new personal site slash blog. Mostly a blog, but you know, some other assorted things as well. I realized that the best way to get me to work on some of these projects is to stream them. So here we are. That's what we're going to work on today. So this is the live version of the new site. So this is beta.coreyja.com. This is what you get right now. These don't work. They're all dead links. And there's just this one page. So we're going to be expanding on this. And here, let's check out the live blog as well. Here's what the live blog looks like. So we're going to get all of the content ported over eventually. And all there is to port over from here is blogs. You see on the new one that we have stuff like projects and streaming. That stuff doesn't exist on the current blog. So all we really have to port over is the actual blog. Not sure if we'll work on content today. I don't really have a plan. We're just going to dive in and see where we end up. And then the other thing that we should pull up is we have some Figma files that we can take a look at. There we go. My site. Some wireframes. So I don't think there are like all of the blog post sections mocked up, but we at least have this really good homepage pretty ready to be set up with some posts at the bottom. So yeah, we're pretty ready to get going on this. Just taking a look, here's like the streaming page a little bit more with the upcoming schedule, and some current projects, some previous streams. I'm excited for these pages. These are my new project pages, so I want to have a project page per project. When with this little droppy downy thing, you're going to be able to switch between different projects. And I'm excited for this. I think the idea with this is the whole site is going to be is on the Fediverse, right? Like it's gonna know how to talk Mastodon basically, so that each of my projects get an account on this server. So you know, battlesnake.coreyja.com or like .to.coreyja.com. I'll probably subdomain it because that sounds fun to me. And then like I can write updates, and these will like be shared on Mastodon, which is fun. I'm excited for that. And then what do we have? Oh, that was the project info tab. We have then the videos and blogs tab. Awesome. Ooh, we have a nice about me. Oh look, I like these pictures that my wife picked for me. Those are great. And yeah, okay, so that's basically what we've got to work with at the moment, and we'll dive right in. Okay, so I've got the thing open, but I don't have new tab. I was pretty sure I just typed the word in after that. Oh, it's N. Okay, sure. Over my yes. Okay. Awesome. We seem to... Oh, we ran some migrations. Oh, that's gonna blow up my Discord bot server. I think I'm gonna comment that out. I'm not actually even using the RSS at all. So we're gonna turn that off. But it should be up now. And let's check that out. Localhost, I think it's on 3000. Yeah, it is. Awesome. And here we go. Awesome. This is the exact same thing we get on the... Oops, didn't want it all the way up there. Right over there. Perfect. This is the live site. Live beta. I don't even really need this open. This is local beta. It's the local beta. Cool. Okay. And these are literally identical. The only thing that's different in my browser is the bar. Awesome. Okay, and we are off to the races, and I guess I should just work... Oh yeah, let's turn off the RSS, because that's the thing I said I wanted to do. Oh, this one was I was just supposed to leave this running. And then I turned that off over here. Let's just go to my main and not spawn the RSS stuff. It's just, no RSS, future, no RSS, and none of that. No, not using the RSS, so turning it off. Cool. Let's actually see if I can move this for stream today. I just reorganized my desk a tiny bit, so I got a different USB port, and I think I can click my YubiKey a little easier now without getting in the way of the mic. Yeah, much better. Still gonna move my arm, but not have to move my whole body. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we got the RSS removed, and now I am not worried about my server rebooting a bunch. And let's get going. Okay, so I think I want to do a split. And let's open Figma over here. Let's hide the UI. And here's our home page. Okay. Wow, okay. Okay, here we go. So this was the start to this. We're looking pretty good actually, but we're definitely gonna need some padding around stuff. I don't think I have anything full bleed on these pages at least, so this padding can be pretty full. I'm gonna guess that we wanna align those to the left over there. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, now we actually have some padding right now that I added. Okay, so to a div, let's just take a look at what we've got going on. HTTP server templates, awesome. And this has the header, yep, and here's where I added the 8 pixels of padding to this. I think I'm actually going to remove that though. And this doesn't live reload, but if I reload it, we will see that we lost that padding there, which I like. And I actually think I don't want this to be padded. Padded in the Y or and the other thing it doesn't do is it doesn't live reload and it doesn't hold on to the port. It just like so we get that behavior. I like want to make this better, but that's not today's task. Okay. I got scared because my iPad wasn't playing the stream, so I thought it wasn't working, but I just had it paused because, you know, computers. Okay. We don't have any padding now, which is nice because we're just going to add it to the whole thing here. Are we just going to pad the whole body? Why not, right? Let's start with that. Padding X4. I really and just max width. I don't know, like 5XL. Is that even? I don't know how big this thing is right now. Oh, okay, so it's not. Okay, 5XL is way bigger than this. I'm probably not gonna get it full screen. Collapse that. Okay, yep. Split up. How do I separate? Okay. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Now we finally got it to stop growing, and that's not an awful size. If I center that might actually be okay. Except I might not do it on body. I think I decided I'm not gonna do it on body. We're gonna do a div. Yeah, I don't want to do it on body. I don't know if it matters that much. Div class, let's just do something. So this I can... Wait, what was I wanting to do? I thought I wanted to add a flex parent and child. But I don't think I need to do that. I just want margin auto. And there we go. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Let's go back to side-by-siding these real quick. Open and split with the mocks. There we go. Inside my header though, this needs a min width of like, I don't know, 200 pixels. How big is this here? 300, yeah, so yeah, that's good. That padding is too much. It has gap 16. Gap of like 2, and then on large you do gap 16 or something maybe. Yeah, there we go. I think I still want more than that, but is there like a just a gap auto or something? No. Okay. Yep. No. Okay. Tailwind, CSS, grid gap. I actually, and this is the thing, I could just be searching CSS. I don't know if grid gaps can be made auto at all. CSS grid gap auto. It can be a calc value. Yep, sure. But that doesn't really help me much. Flexbox is the best and just space between. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, flex row, I think, item center, justify between. There's no gap anymore. Ooh, okay. Flex grow justify and why is it not growing then? It should grow. That's what I told it to do. Flex grow justify end. Flex grow. Yeah. Shouldn't this be growing? Get rid of justify end, maybe. Yeah, live reloading, it would be really nice on this. Okay, so now that just did, it still doesn't grow though. It just isn't at the end. Flex grow, flex. Yeah, why isn't this growing? That should grow. Display flex. This thing's flexed. It has a grow but has a max width, and this thing does it need to display block? Yep. Navs aren't block apparently. Didn't know that. Never mind. That's silly. Flex takes over that. Oh wait, why does making it block fix the problem? Oh. I don't know, but it definitely doesn't need, this doesn't need to be flex. And then I bet it doesn't need that at all. It just probably can just get nothing. There we go. Okay. Oh, it was flexed so that those things could. Width 100, width full. Yeah, so this, wait for Rust to recompile every time I save a change thing is definitely going to get old really quickly. So flex rows, item center. Flex row, item center. Wait, where's the centering coming from? Oh, because they're flexed to fill that now. Got it. Does this one flex grow? I don't like, I'll give it one, but I'm not sure that's my problem. Yep, that was my problem. Cool. Okay. Awesome. But then, like, adding left 16 or something. I don't know. Maybe margin's fine. Okay. That'll get that away from there. Now we're gonna need this new color, though. Show me the UI. Dang it. Oh, no, maybe. Will that work? What did I just copy? Oh, whoa, way too much. Nope. I just wanted, like, that color code. That would have been nifty. Show UI, this color code. Okay, so let's go to our Tailwind config. Tailwind config. Text. Cool. Now I should be able to go to my template again and go text, font text. Yeah, text. That's funny. There we go. I think that looks like that. These are right now 16,500. Font is Inter. I don't think I've done any fonting, right? Google Fonts Inter. Yeah, awesome. But I don't think I have any fonts in my Tailwind config. Not yet. Okay, awesome. Tailwind config Google font. I can actually take this from somewhere else because I'm pretty sure I'm doing this for Peak. Okay, and if we find my Tailwind config here, we'll see. Okay, so yeah. So I can just add some font families. I probably do want a serif and a sans serif. Let's find out if you know what those are. Actually, I might not have a serif. There might be. You might have two though. We have title and text. Oh wait, these are all quicksand. Quicksand. Is everything quicksand at the moment? Okay, there was Inter somewhere. Ah, that's Inter. Okay. But we're gonna go with quicksand for most everything. So let's just do. Let's just name it quicksand. Actually, no. Let's go sans. It's a sans serif. And Google Fonts quicksand. Awesome. I'm probably gonna do just the freaking link tag or style. I think we're gonna go with this one. And I think I'm just gonna put it in the header here. Close. Yeah, it's really pretty close to the right syntax for HTML. It's pretty nice for this macro. Okay, awesome. Probably a better way to do it, but we're not going to. That's not right though. I'll remove that. Great. It did it. Oh, I didn't want to download it. I wanted to like add it to this thing. Got it. Okay. So I guess regular. Let's just add regular at the moment. And these are all wrong. At least this bottom one is. Okay, there we go. Awesome. And then how do we refer to it? Quicksand. Like that. Go to our Tailwind. I think I can just do that. And then if I go to my templates up here, I can do font sans. And let's see, I think that looks like it did something. Computed styles, that'll work. Where did I put it? There we go. It's on this element. Quicksand. Is that what's loading? It's not going to tell me. Okay. I thought it was telling me at one point which one was rendering. But I don't see that. Okay, well, that's fine. We will... I think it's working. It looks a little different. Let's just change everything, I guess, and make sure. So let's just throw a... on our body. Yeah. One of those was what I wanted. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Dang. Yeah, that looks different. I think it changed for sure. I guess that's fair. I could do this and make sure. Ready? No, it might not have changed. Because getting rid of that should have done something if it were going to. Okay. Network tab. Oh wait, we're definitely requesting this. Does it need the quotes then? Like, why is it not getting it when I do quicksand? That feels like it should work. Want family. Yeah, it wants quotes for quicksand. Wait, is there a style sheet that's applying this everywhere already or something? Because, like, it's not doing anything. Okay, so I think it's working. This is definitely quicksand. It might just be that that's now the default as well. Because now we're back to quicksand. Yep. And I don't have a serif, so that's a no op. That's not working. Okay, I think this is working. I'm gonna call it working. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, so we're just not gonna worry too much about responsive. We're gonna stay on a pretty large desktop for the moment, I think. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just keep going. Let's go in here. Can I get that? Oh no, it might be a locked layer. Okay, so we'll mess with that background image in a bit. Let's work on some of this over here. That at its max, because I might want to make it a bit bigger. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's at its minimum still. That's just a 200. That didn't grow at all. Interesting. Fair. If I make this flex grow at a different number, does it change anything? Nope. Wow, so if I get rid of its minimum width, it just goes away. Why is it so... Wonder why it wants to get rid of itself so badly. I don't think it needs to have that on it. That's still not growing though. That's definitely still just your 200 pixels. Yep. But like there's more space. Like these don't because these don't have minimums on them, right? These are just space between. Yeah, so there's a lot of space between here still. Can I do that? I probably can. Max width of 50%. Oh, I don't like, that's not going to be good, but I can do it. Is max width 1/2 a thing? I'm not sure. No, I do not think so. This is though. 50%. Yeah, there we go. Now it's growing again, and these shrank to be max 50%. Nice. Yeah, that's better. I do like that better. Okay. Okay. Got something started. Now let's do this. What size are these? Okay, so this is 48 and 31. Okay, so let's see. I forget what the Tailwind font sizes are and if we're gonna match those or if I should. I think I'm probably gonna take new ones. Okay, base is 16. They do 16, 18, 20, 24, 30, 36, 48. Yeah, I do like these ones that they're just standard numbers type dash scale. This one though is the one that Brandy usually uses. And there's just a little bit less stops. Okay. Major thirds, perfect fourths. Interesting. Golden ratio. Oh, wow. Okay. Reset all. Yeah, major thirds is where it starts. Okay, so 16, 20, 25. Okay, so let's just take this one. This will work for me. Quicksand. What did she use in Figma? So this is 600, that's 500, 700, 700. Okay, so we're definitely gonna need some more from this. Oh, family quicksand. Does that grab all of them then? Okay, yep, so I need to add this thing that's gonna give me all of them. Family has all of these things on it, okay. Yep, let's just ask for all of them so I get every weight possible. Okay, so let's make some sizes. Not that, this one. Where's the extending bit? Font size, theme, font size. Oh, I'm in extends here. Okay, cool. Do I want to extend? Kind of. For this one, I just want to give it new ones. Font size. Okay, so we have, I don't know about that. Small. Wait a sec. How does it do? Oh, okay. We assume the base is okay. Yeah. Yep. Can I get these in rems? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so one rem is base. So what do they call base? Base is one rem. And then small to be, yeah, I think that was right. Nope, 0.8. I don't think I want to go smaller than small, so we're gonna say that that's that. Base and then large, extra large. Okay, so large is one up. 125. Extra large is 156. 2XL, 9, yep, perfect. 3XL, and one more, I guess. 4XL, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we've got our font sizes. And... woohoo! Folder. Okay, awesome. We should have font sizes now, so I can go to our Figma. Okay, so 31. I wish these weren't labeled how I want them labeled. And it's also in rems, which is great. I like calculating them in rems, but it means they don't match up with this. 2XL is 31. Yep. Okay, so I think they're 2XLs. So I think these were 31. Oh, 48. So 48. Oh, that's the biggest thing in our type scale, right? Yeah. Okay. So those are 4XLs. Header, base. Okay, so actually, this is probably our like index. We gotta have a route for this. Oh, in here. Yep. Homepage. Perfect. Here's our P. Class equals font for XL. Text for XL? Font for XL. Text for XL. Local media is down there. Let's throw it up here. Cool, except that's not what it wants to say. It wants to say this content. Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. That's actually like a different thing, probably. Text 4L, 4XL. That is this content. Stringed. This probably isn't that class anymore. Created. That. These were all titled, so uppercase. Nope. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Nope. Okay. I think there's a way to like do this in Vim that I could just do without doing this manually. Oh, I could have definitely just done it in CSS too, but this isn't how we did it. Okay, and come on. Cool. I'm gonna change the font color everywhere though. Just changed it in the nav apparently, and that was silly. Something says text to text. Let's remove that and put it up in here. Oh, it says text white. That's not right. We want text to text. Oh wow. Sorry, I didn't realize that anyone was in chat. Hey, Tobs on Twitch. Thanks for hanging out. You redeemed your hydrate, so I should drink some water. Thank you for talking about not getting noticed. I appreciate the continuing chat till I eventually saw. I apparently need to turn on some sound notifications for those, don't I? How is it going? And yes, I do have the Vim extension for VS Code. You use LunarVim yourself? Nice. Is LunarVim one of like the like all the settings kind of set up for you, or is it one of like the GUI Vim tools? I don't remember what Lunar is. But I like Vim. I used Vim for a while, and now I am trying out VS Code, or have been using it for probably 6 months now or so, but I used to do Vim. Has all the settings and stuff. Nice, nice. Yeah. Getting Vim configured is a lot, so I like that. On top of NeoVim. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I used to run, used to have a NeoVim setup as well, or not as well, but I just like the extensions in VS Code. Like I use the Rust Analyzer for Rust is like really good, and I had all of that set up in Vim, but just a little smoother when I don't have to mess with everything myself. Though maybe LunarVim would be a good choice then, because it's kind of all pre-configured, which is the stuff I was getting annoyed with after so long. Okay. So I got the font nice and bumped up big, and now I just want to check how bold it is. Wait, 400. Yeah, so we're gonna bump that up. 700 is just bold. Nice. Okay. And that was actually for the thing in here. Yeah, that's fair. The configs and getting one, and like, you know, when I invested a bit of time in getting my Vim config the way I liked it when I set it up, and when it was configured and working, I did really like it. It's just that then when either a new thing came out or I decided I wanted to change something, it just kept being harder and harder to keep up, it felt like. That was too bold for sure. Is that semi-bold? Yeah, that looks better. That does match this, right? 600, yeah, okay. Looks a little bolder, but all the sizing is just a bit off, so, and that's the full size. Yeah, those don't look really the same thickness to me. Let's drop this one more down to 500 to font medium. What do you think, Tobs on Twitch? Do these fonts look the same from my Figma on the right to the code on the left? This looks thicker to me than this does. Let's try this in a second. See, that looks that looks matching to me, but that's one font weight different. See, that's interesting. Slightly different, it seems. Yeah, I think this now matches. I think the delay between chat and was just enough for Rust to recompile. Interesting. I also have a lot more line height here. I think that's more just because this is a title and stuff, but I definitely want to adjust the line height, I think. Yeah. It's weird though that it's one. I'm just gonna have to remember that as I go from the Figma. It's apparently one font size or 100 weight, because that's how the numbers work down. And the line height here is 60. I wonder what mine's set as. Yeah, you want a quick tour of what this looks like? Is there a good reason to build this in Rust? No, there's not. But I'm doing it. So yeah. We are doing this in Rust. Okay, yeah, so we are doing this in Rust, and let's just take a look at our main. So this is Rust with Axum, the web framework, if you're familiar with that, and if not, let's go check it out. It has a few other bits and pieces thrown onto it because it's like, you know, my personal site, and it, you know, I wanted different weird things attached. So one thing that it has is talks to a few like APIs, so it has some configs for some stuff, knows some Twitch and GitHub API keys. Awesome. It has an RSS reader that I actually just turned off at the beginning of the stream. It was reading RSS every 5 minutes and finding new things and sending me Discord messages. So we can take a look at that, but I turned that off for the moment. Oh, and I forgot, it also knows how to talk to OpenAI, because I thought it would be fun to be able to play with the text models, the large language model text stuff. GPT-3 and now 4. So that's set up. I'm not actually using that anymore either. We have a SQLite database because you need a good database for a site, and I've been liking SQLite. And then, yeah, okay, so then it also has a Discord bot, like I was mentioning. So I have a Discord server. Ooh, maybe we can do this too. Let's see if all my computers wanna work today. Huh? Nope, that's okay. If you're interested, I can find a link for you later, but a bot was supposed to post a link down there for you. But I have a Discord, and this Discord bot is hooked up there. It doesn't do too much yet, but I wanted to get a bot where I could start doing things. I think it has a ping pong message that it supports right now, just to prove that it works. And then I was working on some OAuth stuff one day so that you could like log in with GitHub and the bot would know who you are. And I think that's like in progress. This is a very personally project thing where it's just kind of all over the place. Is the Discord in your Twitch bio? That's a great question. I hope so. But it might not be. It really, really might not be. But I know where it definitely is. If you are interested, you can check out my GitHub profile. This one definitely has a link to it right here. And you probably can get a link like from my Twitch to the GitHub and then, you know, find it there. But there is that link. So that's the bot for the Discord. And eventually I want it to do more things. If you have fun ideas for what a Discord bot should do, come let me know. But then we eventually get down to Axum. Here's Axum. This is our web framework. And so I really like kind of doing all of my things in one like executable. So like all of this stuff is happening in one place so that like my Axum stuff can talk to the Discord bot in theory. But we can head over to Axum. Axum is the web framework I'm using, and I'm not doing anything super duper fancy with it at the moment. But this is the basic routing of an Axum app. We just define some routes and functions to handle them. You can see that, you know, I have a few of these. There's a ID in the route, and we can look at how Axum pulls them out. I have some fun, interesting stuff that I don't really love, but it's how it's working right now. So I'm using Tailwind for my styles. I do like Tailwind a lot. But I want another thing that I like is that everything that this Rust server needs to run is included in the binary. So even the Tailwind style sheets are included in the binary. So this Tailwind styles constant is the CSS from like processed from Tailwind already. That's just being slurped up into the Rust code and included in the binary. So that then, you know, I can serve the CSS just by returning that constant. There we go. Just by returning that constant in Axum. And then we have some other routes. Like I said before, I was working on some OAuth, so we have some OAuth routes and then some freelancing Upwork routes. These were what the RSS feed was looking related to. You know, it was making job posting. It was looking at job postings to make proposals. But so then what we were actually looking at most of today so far is just been in this homepage method where it just renders some HTML-ish thing. So this is using the it's using the HTML macro from the Maud, I think, M-A-U-D crate. And so this just makes markup, or it returns a struct called markup, but eventually it just renders the HTML. And I built a very, very bad templating system that's like a function or two. So I have this base function that takes in some markup and returns some other markup. So, you know, in my then homepage, I can just put the stuff that goes on the homepage, and then in base, it adds the stuff from the header and wraps it in a body and throws my actual like navigation header in and stuff like that. I'm glad you think it's cool and fun. So the idea here, and something I've started but I need to keep coming back to, too many projects, never enough time, is I'd like to write I would love to write a web framework in Rust. And like this is kind of me exploring the territory. I think I would like to build like a higher level than Axum, like building on top of what already exists. I come from a Rails background, so like, you know, everything in the kitchen sink included, which is not the Rust style. And I don't want to go full Rails, but you know, I definitely think there's some room for some framework in there. But I think the part of that I might actually do more soon is writing more of a book or some learning material about going through that process and make a framework that, you know, maybe isn't great, but would be a fun learning experience for people to do. So part of my blog is like me exploring how to do some of these things. Like there are definitely templating engines and libraries in Rust, but I didn't want to go with one and, you know, was doing a little bit more on my own. I know I'm using this macro and stuff. It's definitely not a full from scratch, but just exploring the area, seeing how I can put some pieces together on my own more. I'm glad you enjoyed my little tour. So yeah, but then what started this conversation was me mentioning that the compile times were slightly annoying. So yeah, right now I'm just recompiling every time I change. So since this is in my Rust code, if I make a change to anything, it has to do a full recompile cycle, which is like not that bad, but it's definitely slower than it could be, and that would be a fun thing to work on eventually. Like in my head, my magic framework that doesn't exist kind of handles this for you, right? It just knows how to live reload a page for you, kind of thing. But again, maybe eventually. Thanks for getting me to do a little background. I like that. It's always fun for me to do, and I forget to do it sometimes. Okay, let's get back to some line height here. I don't want as much line height as there is here. I think it's called leading in Tailwind Land. And I just gotta pick from a few options. Yeah, the syntax for HTML. Okay, here's these though. I will show you what crate I'm using in just a second. So it's probably on normal, but I might want something like leading snug or leading tight, and we'll see how those look. This is in main. Nope, but it's in here. It's in my main here. This thing. So now Rust. I had the conversation the other day about if HTML was closer to JSON or YAML syntax instead of XML. That's interesting, right? Like, obviously it is very XML-y, right? It is basically an XML, but that's an interesting thought. We don't usually like treat it very XML-y nowadays. It is kind of, yeah, it is interesting. I definitely think you could, well, I'm not sure it's a great idea, but I bet you could write a HTML in JSON/YAML thing, right? Write some JSON that, you know, spits out HTML, and I bet it wouldn't even be that unnatural. I don't think I want to do it, but I don't think it would be the craziest. So yeah, I'm using Maud, this crate that provides the macro for writing HTML. And it's pretty small. It calls it a template engine, and I guess it technically is, but it doesn't do too much like templating for you. And it basically is mostly HTML, and then you can just put some stuff on it. Wait, what's this .intro? Is there a magic for classes that I'm not using? Because that would be way cooler. Classes. Adding classes, you can use this syntax. You can chain multiple IDs and classes together and mix and match. Oh, this is a game changer. This is a game changer. I don't have to do any of this. I can just do this and this and this. That's so much better. Oh, well, kind of. Wait, does it not work if they... Oh, they have to be quoted. Okay. Well, I can quote the ones that aren't gonna parse, which is... Oh, it's just 4XL. Okay, that wasn't as bad. The dash medium it parses fine. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I thought all of the dashes were gonna break. But the other thing is, though, that this now isn't gonna get recognized by my Tailwind plugin. I have a Tailwind plugin that, like, in the old style... at least knows that I'm trying to write classes and knows that this is a text. Yep, no, this is... Okay. I like the Tailwind plugin too much. We can't give that up for the nice new syntax. But I do like that syntax a lot. Oh, and if you just want an implicit div, you can leave it off. Ooh, the more I read these docs, the more I like this. This is exactly what this fits really well with what I want. And I really like that it's in Rust. I didn't want something that was outside. I didn't even think I wanted separate files. I think I want it in my functions. I'm kind of starting to doubt that now that I play with it a bit. It feels like I might want one file per template, but I could still do that in Rust code, right? I don't need to like make it a .html file for that necessarily. Always gotta read the docs, right? Always gotta read the docs. Yeah, dash then a number. I think you're right. I don't think it liked the dash then the number. I'm a little sad that I'm probably not going to use that syntax too much because I think the Tailwind plugin really needs the class or something to latch onto. Yeah, a little unfortunate, but you know, there we go. Well, the fancy framework of tomorrow will do all this for me. Okay, how is this looking? I got the leading fixed. I like leading over line height. It just sounds cooler. 60 pixels. Yeah, this is not 60 pixels, but if I make it 60 pixels, it's gonna look real different. Let's just write it in. Oh, that actually didn't look... Oh no, that's not as bad as I thought. Oh, so it's actually even tighter than snug. Okay, cool. How about tight? I guess that I could just do the math, right? 48 times, or 60 divided by is 125, and 125 is tight. Yeah, perfect. I did not make the design, but my wife did. She has just finished a UX UI bootcamp, and one of the things that she was working on, and this wasn't even actually for the bootcamp, she just did this because she's awesome, and I asked her to, for my site. So she got this whole design done for me, and I really like it. So here is the homepage, and you know, some of this content is obviously duplicated, so I will work on filling it in. But we got a nice homepage. We got some blog posts at the bottom, and we got a streaming schedule. I don't have any streaming info on my actual live blog, and I've been doing this for a good 6 months-ish now. Man, talking's hard. So should get some streaming info. So we got this page. Ooh, I'm really excited to have a page for each of my projects. So like I have a home for them. And yeah. Oh, and a nice about me contact page at the end here. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with the designs, how they're coming out, and excited to build my site with her. It's really fun. And yeah, the legendary developer designer duo, exactly. I definitely didn't nudge her in that direction at all. So yeah. Here, let's do this. Ready? Here is her site with... There we go. That image just took a little longer to load than I expected. Gotta check on that CDN later. BrandyAlexander.design is her site for her portfolio, and you can see some of the projects that she worked on and has done for some clients recently. So yeah, and then I helped her build this too, because we gotta do the couple duo thing. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I think it's a beautiful site as well. I will pass that along. / she heard me repeat it on the other side of the room over there. But thank you. We'll leave that open just to have it here. We'll put it in the little bar up here. There we go. Yeah. So I'm excited to be able to work on projects with her and stuff like that. And so this is it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm pretty happy with how that looks now. Like, I'm not sure it's gonna match, and I'm also not gonna get too pixel perfect-y on this, I don't think. The font color here is different, which is totally fine. Let's just get that added to our Tailwind config. I'm gonna call this subtitle. I think that seems like a reasonable name for it. I like that Copilot like thinks it can guess at the colors I'm gonna use. It wasn't right, but it really wanted to have a go at it. Okay, this is my main. Let's... Oh no, it's not in main. It's the home page here. I don't know, maybe make this an H3. Doesn't really matter too much. There's my content there. Class. So I do know the one thing that I want to do is font subtitle. No, text subtitle. And I don't know what size I want it to be yet. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, I guess I should just do this more on stream in general, since I was mentioning me and my wife and her designs and everything. if you need any design or web development work, let me and my wife know. We've got this great teamwork going. We're doing a little bit of freelancing maybe, and let us know. You can find me all over the internet at CoreyJA if anyone needs it. Gotta plug myself and do a little bit of advertising when I can, right? Okay, let's see. That doesn't seem like it actually applied to any styles. Title. Oh yeah, because spelling is hard. Subtitle. Yay! There we go. And then that's 31, so I think that's 2 sizes down from this one. That's a 4XL, so text 2XL. Had to do that math really quickly. Should have been easier than it was. And I think I'm gonna want some leading tight as well here. Yeah, I know, right? The Corey, I've been using CoreyJA as my username for like literally my entire life now, so I don't think I can change it. It's too late. But I get that all the time. That's how almost everyone pronounces it until they hear me say it. So Corey, yeah, I got a lot of Jamaican jokes in one of because they thought that was a like Corey Jaw Jamaican kind of thing. I don't know. I got that for a little while. But it's just boring. It's just my initials, CoreyJA. But that's one reason we stylized the JA slightly differently in the logo here, just to like maybe change it up. Not sure it's gonna have like get people to really know right away, but try it a little bit. We need a lot more space between these things. I think I want to space out the title here, pat it down. Yeah, I really like the JA being different. It's one of those things that like I'm not sure it's gonna like I definitely don't think, and it wasn't the intention to gonna like necessarily help people pronounce it on their own, but I do think it's a when you notice it thing, it'll be nice. Yeah, for sure. Would love to take a look at your personal site, especially if you don't mind me throwing it up on stream here. Would be definitely down for that. And depending if you're okay with it, I can more than happy to have my wife Brandy take a design look at it a little bit later as well. Okay, let's throw it up here. I'm just gonna type it in because my copy paste is gonna be hard, and it's not too bad. Netlify dot app. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, I like that. I like the top stars with the slash like in the HTML tag. That it reminded me of my syntax thing in mine. It's not exactly the same, but it had the same feeling there. Yeah, I know that feeling about the dev brain not being great at design. Yeah, I'll take a look now, and I'll have my wife take a look in a little bit this evening and see what we think. I like the dark mode. I love dark mode. I like that these colors are like really not the same for sure, but like pretty similar purples between our two sites, which is great. I like this. Let's see here. I'm gonna do some of my devy things. Why aren't you shrinking more? Oh, that's because I'm pulling the wrong thing on my browser. If I pull it from this side, there we go. Oh, come on, computers. Okay. We'll pull up the inspector. There we go, and we'll do it this way. Woohoo! Nice. Oh, there we go. We did full to a mobile. Perfect. Nice. Oh, nice. Yep, the responsiveness is good. I like that. One thing that I'm seeing that I think would be better is like some of the alignment on some of these things, right? So if all of these things left aligned nicely, I'm gonna point at my screen, but you're not gonna see. I'll use my mouse. And then I terrified my cat who's sleeping on my desk too. But like having some of these things line up a little nicer, I think would make it help with consistency a bit. So like having the end of your logo line up with the hey, and then with this, and then all the way with the contact probably. should set a max, gets too wide on bigger screens. That too. That's kind of what I was wondering about when I pulled it open. This, yeah, I do agree with you. I think you're right. But it wasn't awful. Wasn't the first thing I thought of. And I think one reason is because you don't have any text that goes all the way across. You did really good about putting your text like already side by side with an image. So that's what I was like, when text stretches the full width of a really long one, that's the thing that I noticed right away. But you did good about that one there. I also I didn't notice this right away, but I really like Twitch chat member in your little call out there. Thanks for stopping by my Twitch. Awesome. Twitter, LinkedIn, I like that. I love the images, and but I think the colors don't totally mesh, right? This blue I like with this blue. It's not the same, but it feels good. And these purples, like these match well. This one feels a little out of place with the the bright yellow shirt and stuff. So maybe there's another one to find there. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, that's fun. I like this though. The gradient border around these. I hadn't noticed that one yet. Oh, okay, I see. They're gonna that was a scrolling one. I might not have about in the header if it's just gonna scroll on home, but I guess maybe it's nice if you're somewhere else and you want to get back to about. I don't have super strong feels. Nice. What's that? What's the loading? I'm just curious. What's the I guess I think my comment I guess would be that loading state could be a little better. If it didn't just well, now it's not doing it, so now it must be cached or something somewhere. But if I didn't get that flash of white loading, be a little better. I'm glad some of the advice is helpful. Oh, and then contact me, same thing. Like, I wonder if these two are super necessary. I guess I'd say probably both of them aren't. Maybe one, maybe neither. Not really sure. I was too lazy to style the loading. Yeah, that's, as long as it's something like that, that's not crazy. And I didn't get the loading like every time, which was nice. So you must be doing some, like, I guess maybe I can try to break it, right? Yeah, okay. So I can break it if I force reload, but that's reasonable. Oh, wait a sec. Is it just that? Oh, and it's just that loading. Most of the other loading pages were styled. Okay, so it's probably just the one for loading a specific blog post. Awesome. I'm also just gonna read this blog post. Maybe not on stream, but I'll definitely take a look after. I like the, as a relatively small Twitch streamer, I like the idea of developers learning from Twitch. I'm glad you're enjoying it in general, not just my stream, but just in general. I like that. I like that it's working for you. And then your projects, you got a resume builder and a project planner in TypeScript, React. Nice. And blog. Awesome. I think if you had, and some of these might be, the blog and the project planner probably have a screenshot, and I guess the resume you probably have something. I think like pictures of each of these would be really good, right? If you had like a picture of well, this one would be a little meta with the blog, but that's totally fine. A screenshot of the blog, just something a little more visual to make this page stand out more would I think be fun. Yeah, I like it a lot. Ooh, do these link somewhere? Oh no, okay, so not a huge deal, but I'd probably look at the mouse pointery thing on all of these if they're not links. I didn't really expect them to be, but when I hovered over, I was wondering if they went anywhere. Ooh, you like chess. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna send you a chess challenge because I'm not good at chess, but I do have something else that maybe you'll be interested in. So I've been doing this thing for a few years now that I've had a lot of fun with. It's called Battlesnake. You can check it out at play.battlesnake.com. And so I do streams with Battlesnake pretty much every Sunday at noon Eastern time, which is my time zone. But Battlesnake is this online multiplayer game where you write a web server that controls one of these snakes. So every turn, the game server will send you JSON of where all the other snakes are, where these food pellets are, and where like some hazard squares that deal you damage might be and stuff like that. and you have 500 milliseconds to decide which direction to go, up, down, left, or right. And the reason that I mentioned it because of chess is because a lot of the same, like if you're at all into chess programming, which I know isn't the same as necessarily playing chess, but if that's something that's interesting to you, a lot of the algorithms and the strategies that come about in chess programming are also really applicable to Battlesnake. So for instance, I use the Minimax algorithm, which was, popularized with chess a lot, but works really well with Battlesnake. So if you're looking for something else to, have as a side project, and kind of a different thing to learn, would be a good thing to check out potentially. I'm actually going to be running a live streamed tournament for Battlesnake in about a month and a half-ish on May 6th. We're going to be playing this snail mode that I designed. Okay, sorry for making this a Battlesnake stream, but I do a lot of Battlesnake, so it's gonna happen. We're playing snail mode, where when all of the snakes move squares, they leave this trail of deadly hazard sauce behind them. So we're gonna do a live tournament playing this game mode in a month and a half or so. If that's interesting to you, you should come along. Play.battlesnake.com is this site, and I'm gonna give you way too many discords to join, but there is a Battlesnake Discord down in community there that is very active if you are looking to get started. And with that, here, I'm gonna move this to the bottom so I can remember your page for later, and I think I'm gonna hop back to my site. I'm interested to see how this works actually. Might play a bit. Yeah, for sure. Give it a shot. If you need help getting started, let me know. If you're still on Twitch, if it's while we're still streaming, definitely let me know here. But either in my Discord or the Battlesnake one, I am more than happy to help out and would love to get new players started. So, would love to have you. I'm gonna probably have my wife take a look at your site too, and if we have any more feedback, we'll probably shoot you an email. Your email is on the site, so it makes it easy for me. Okay, I'm gonna hop back to mine though, and get some of these subtitles, get some of these spacings, and keep chugging along. If you have other questions about Battlesnake or anything, please let me know. Okay. Oh, I already added a padding top here. I just didn't refresh. Yeah, no problem. I love helping out and giving feedback. So happy to do it. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out in chat. I love streaming, and I love it a lot more when people come and hang out with me. It's a lot more fun. So thank you. Thanks for hanging out. That's good. No, let's make it 16. Let's just give it a little bit more padding. This is when I really want live reload, when I'm just like cranking a padding variable until it like looks good. Would be nice to do that without having to just have Rust reload every time. And let's give... I don't know if I want to do these on the top or the bottom. Decided it made more sense to pad the bottom, but I had already padded the top of this one, so now this one has padding on both sides. It's probably not the best idea. Cool, okay. Yeah, those two are looking good. And so let's get some buttons made. Ooh, I gotta like make a button component now and stuff like that. This will be fun. I gotta make a primary button and a secondary button right away. Love that. Okay. Now let's make some buttons and then we'll do something different. I was thinking about committing, but like we've already done so much without committing. What's a few more functions? No, we're not gonna make an error page right now, Copilot, but it's kind of cool. What does a primary button need? Yeah, you can just give me markup to put in the middle. That's fine. Background, I think I probably need a new color for this. There we go. This what? I don't know what to call this, like, right or something? And I actually don't want to use anything that's not one of my colors, so we're gonna not put it in extends. If you have it in extends, it like adds to the specific colors they have, and I don't want that for this. Okay, accent color added, so now I can use background accent here. Text is probably right, actually. 25, 12, 25, 225, 12, 25. That's probably what that was, though. Yeah. Perfect. Does it have a border? Nope, it does have a border radius of 5. Border radius? Corner? Rounded? Rounded. Rounded does 4 pixels. It's probably enough. Rounded. Oh, I already had a rounded medium on it. I wasn't paying attention. And rounded medium does it at 6. Oh, and I wanted 5, which is right in the middle, so we'll try it here. Okay, let's add a primary button. Yep, HTTP server. Under these, let's add a, okay, so how do I do this? How do I add Rust code directly? It's this. I put it in quotes, and then I go, primary button. And this could be like HTML. Whoa. Okay, kind of. HTML bang. Okay, nope. There we go. And like, let's just add some text. What does the button say? View projects. Oh, and it's definitely going to need something else because I need it to link somewhere, but we will do that in a second. Okay, did that get a primary button on page? Yes, yes it did. That was great. Love it. That looks pretty good. Okay, but let's do some stuff. Let's definitely change it up a little bit. Padding X4, let's double that to 8. I'm fine with that padding, but I do think this 700, yeah, so this wants to be bold. Bold, I think, was 700, yep. Line height, I'm not too worried about. Yep, okay, cool. Nice. That looks a little... These font things are just... Oh, I forgot I have to go one down. So I might not want bold. I might want, like, whatever's one down from bold. Semi-bold. Okay, that'll work. And then learn Corey's the second one. That's a public function, secondary button. See how much of this it got. Background, maybe? Text accent. I'm actually not sure. I think it's actually the same. Yeah, no, it's actually still text to text. Rounded, medium, semi-bold. Yeah, okay. And then really the only thing that changes here is the background. Okay. That's not bad. Oh, I guess I should put one on the page. Secondary button. Secondary button. And this one says learn about Corey. Learn about Corey. Cool. Oh, it needs a border around it though. Probably just kind of straight border. Probably, right? It's probably just gonna add a simple 1 pixel border. Yep, I totally can. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, oh, see, so the problem here is now that I don't have like an easy way to apply extra classes to them, which is like the classic just like problem with figuring out how to make component libraries basically. So I could do padding right 8 and just wrap this in that. That might not be awful. What are you talking about, Rust Analyzer? Oh, well, that is because that doesn't know how to parse that. Does the site recompile from scratch every time? No, it just recompiles Rust, and Rust doesn't do from scratch recompiles. Like, it does use, like, the previous compiled things, at least in development mode. But I think it's probably rebuilding all of my code every time, because I have it all in one crate. So it isn't building my dependencies every time, but I think it's probably building, like, my server directory each time. And I would love to change that, and I definitely think there's ways to avoid it. Just not with how I factored everything at the moment, for sure. Why did you? Oh, because now it's in a div. So like, we could time how long it's taking to restart. Be kind of interesting, but wow. So is it rounded medium right now, or did I make it just rounded? Because I don't think. Okay, it's rounded medium. Yeah, let's make it just rounded. There's too much roundness happening here. Yeah, right. It would be a much better like developer experience if it rebuilt less things. Like making them compile quicker would be great. What I would really love is like I want to not even have to reload the page. I want it to like really live reload, like you can get with like some of the Reacty frameworks. Like Next.js can do some of that, I think, pretty out of the box. And that would be really cool to have here. I think that's like a very like a stretch goal. Definitely not getting there anytime soon. But something to keep in mind, kind of as a goal. Yes, let's padding bottom this guy too. Give the buttons some space, and then we're like actually looking decent on this header section. So one thing is I don't think it's actually gonna look great when I split these up. Oh, it looks fine, but it's not gonna match. Where this is gonna do like the about 50%, 60%. And this will stretch all the way, but that should be easy. I know, right? Like once you go to live reload, you can't go back. I actually was working on a work project earlier today where I realized after like maybe 20 minutes of doing something that I had set the environment variable that turned off live reload, and I was wondering why my pages kept refreshing instead of live reloading. And it was much nicer when I flipped that environment variable back to the right way and got live reloading to work again. I was sad I had forgotten about that. And now just because it's gonna be in my brain if I don't answer my own question. The reason for the environment variable is because it breaks Internet Explorer, and we unfortunately still need to support Internet Explorer for reasons. So the switch needs to exist, unfortunately, but luckily I can forget about it for most of the day. Oh, I did the wrong padding. I wanted that one to stay at 8, but I wanted that one. I wanted less space here. This spacing I was fine with. There we go, perfect. And now let's do this 60% thing. So let's just do, even though it doesn't support all my stuff, I really like being able to do this for classes. Yeah, that one was too fancy. I also really love abusing Tailwind to just have arbitrary CSS. Like, it's definitely not how it's like supposed to work, but I like that you can. And since you can, I'm going to. I know, right? Dang Internet Explorer. Even after it's been officially end of life, it's still haunting me. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. This is definitely different, but I don't have that picture yet, so it's fine. I guess I'll go 60. I'll compromise with myself. And yay. That looks pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now we're finally gonna do a commit. We got a lot done. It's looking like this header section's looking reasonable. Definitely not pixel perfect, but we're getting there. These buttons need, actually, let's make these buttons quite a bit bigger. They want to be the same font size as that. Let's try that real quick. And the buttons are in a line, yeah, so I can just do a div here. I'm gonna mix these and match these just because I'm awful. Text to XL. The other thing that would be really nice is if, so usually my Rust code auto formats because of Rust format and Rust analyzer, but because of this macro for HTML, it doesn't anymore inside here. And that would be, that's unfortunate. Like, I really wish I could just mess up that indentation and have it fix it when I save. I'm so used to that now. It's one of those other things that once I do it, I can't go back. Once I'm used to formatting on save and it just makes everything pretty, I can't go back to coding without it. Okay, so that should make both the buttons bigger. Boom. Bigger enough that they don't fit anymore, because that's kind of amazing. Wow. Yeah, okay. Guess we're not gonna go that big. How about we try one less? Okay, that'll work for me. That's definitely not responsive though. Like, there's a size where it's just gonna stack. Oh, I guess if we're gonna stack them, let's at least do this. This is so not the way to do this. Like, I should not have this in a span. I should be able to let, like, actually write classes to my primary button instead of relying on wrapping. It's a whole mess, but, you know. Wait. Because it's... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. It's because it's inline. Because I made it an inline element because I wanted it to be a span. So it didn't make it blocky, which makes a lot of sense. That is exactly what I wanted. And actually that should just be that can be a margin, right? Place it with margin. Place it with margin. There we go. Margin rate 8. Doesn't really help this though, where I just want each of these. I think they could just have some margin Y of like 2. Just so that they have a little bit of spacing from things as buttons. I don't know. I can justify that. Yeah. With those results, I can justify it. Just looks a lot better than when they were smashed out on each other. Yeah, much better. Much better. Cool. I can, like, almost get rid of this. Not quite, because, like, it is still valid. Like, it's not a full site yet. But, like, I'm getting almost to the spot where it's not as relevant anymore. Padding top 16. Just give it some space. Boop. Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna commit. Yeah. Okay. Get the header section all styled up. Okay, I could push, but that'll deploy, so we'll just do that at the end. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I could put in these, but these are basically just image cards, and I guess actually that's a good question. I guess these are probably cards with the title. Yeah, like these are the titles and these are just the cards. They're like over them, which makes sense. Okay, so I probably want to work on I could work on making these cards that take an arbitrary background image and have text over them. That could definitely be a next up there. Could hop to a new page, but it probably feels like I should just keep jamming on the home page, because might as well. Though I guess if I keep jamming on the home page, we're reaching the point of content that I don't have filled out yet. I could just skip that section though and do at least like this. Like there's just some content here with some text, and I've just been doing text and content-y things, so that's at least going in the same boat. Oh, a footer. I could do a footer. I don't think I have the footer right now either, right? Okay, let's do this texty thing. And then we'll work on content maybe later next time. Actually, there's another thing that we could do. With the HTML macro rate, can you make reusable components? Yes, we can. And that's kind of what the goal is going to be. And I'm not 100% sure what they're going to look like yet. We're going to kind of like just build our own kind of component-y things. And I started doing that just a second ago with these button functions, right? Where a primary button and secondary button just are a function, and you can pass in what goes inside, and it wraps it in a button. Maybe a function that results in the same HTML, but we can give it props. Yeah, exactly. So like I could just change this function and like, you know, I could give it a separate things. Or something that I think I might do eventually, and like I could do it here, right? Let's just try this because I think it would be fun. We could do something like make an enum in Rust of button. Yeah, let's actually just make it of an actual button. So that we're gonna make an enum of button, and there's gonna be two types of button. There's gonna be a primary button that's gonna have markup inside, and a secondary button that's gonna have markup inside. There we go. So I can make my enum, and then I can do impl. Close to that, we're gonna impl. I think there's a render. Yep, from Maud, the render trait for button. Oh wow, look at that. Well, it doesn't render to a string. It renders to a markup. Well, there you go. Because I already had the functions, Copilot just wrote that whole thing for me. So now I can go back, and like this isn't any better than the functions. Just to be clear, like making it an enum isn't different than the functions really. It's just fun. But I think with complicated examples, it could make sense to do something fancier. So then here, instead of calling the function directly, I could like construct that enum. I could make a button of type primary and pass it this inner HTML block. And then since, there we go. And then since this button, not that button, hub. Since this button knows how to render itself, it should have basically exactly the same effect as the function. There we go. Cool. And let's see if that worked. It should have. Yay! Awesome. And so I think let's just keep playing with this because it's fun. It's fun. I think I want something like this, but I actually think I don't want this because both of the buttons are really similar. And ideally, I'd like to be able to pass arbitrary class names to them as well. And that's like basically the full customization because I'm using Tailwind. It's just throw all the CSS and class names. So I think I want to go to the button type that we saw a bit earlier and have two button types, primary and secondary. And then I think I want a public struct of just a button. Yeah, and then it has these things. It has an inner markup and it has a button type. And then maybe it has some like additional classes as an option of a string. And then so maybe then I can write an impl block for button, kind of, but not what I want. So I can write some methods on our button, and we can do a public function called primary. that takes some inner, and we make one of those, and we can do a secondary that sets the button type to secondary, and then we can impl render for button, and then we match on self dot button type, and then we just button type. They don't have anything anymore, so it's self.inner, and this takes a reference. Yeah, so I do need the clone, self.inner.clone, self.inner.clone, except I really don't need the clone, because these don't need to actually take in markup. They can probably just take in a reference to markup. And then these don't need to clone anymore. Oh, okay. Nope. The clone seems helpful. Why is the clone helpful? I don't know why the clone's helpful, but that's the thing. I've just been learning Rust from the Rust book. That's so cool to see how the render trait was used there. Yeah, awesome. I hope that I didn't go too fast or didn't explain anything enough, and you could follow along there if you're a bit newer to Rust. Let me know if I went too fast or glossed over anything. But yeah, the render trait's really cool. It means I can make my own structs and enums and then just use them directly, right? I don't need to do anything fancy in the call sites. It just works. Like, you know, I guess it wouldn't be the worst if I had to call .render myself, but it's nice that I don't. It just happens for me. Okay, so something's very upset here. Oh, it's not a thing, it's gonna be the method now. Cool, so now we have a method primary that makes a primary and secondary that makes a secondary, and I kind of actually didn't hate the idea that it had. Awesome, I'm glad you understood, and freaking Copilot's just writing this for me. I liked this idea that Copilot had, where we could write this with classes. So now if I want to, I could make my button, and I can do with classes, and then I can just pass it the string of margin right 8, or not. Margin right 8. And then I probably don't need this span anymore. And there we go. And then I could probably like format this out a little differently. Something like that. There we go, right? That doesn't look too awful. We can make our primary button, give it this class, make our secondary button. It doesn't need a class, so it's just good. And hopefully... Nice, except it lost our margin. So what happened? Oh, I know what happened. We didn't actually do anything with additional classes. Like we have additional classes, and I think is it gonna tell me? No, I thought maybe it would tell me this wasn't used. Oh, because it is used here, we just never read from it, and it doesn't know that. Okay, so, oh yeah, neither of these methods know how to do this. But actually, I'm not actually gonna use them. I think I'm gonna do my render method differently. I don't want to match on this whole thing anymore. I think what I want to do is just have the macro call kind of top level here. And then inner here, this is just self.inner. Perfect. And really the only thing that's changing here is one of these classes. So wait, can I add another class like this? Let's actually try it this way so that I could do self.additional classes.clone unwrap or default. That's perfect. No, duplicate. It doesn't like the duplicate. Okay. That makes sense though. Like that would have been crazy. I think I can just do this here though. Yeah, okay, why not? Let mutable classes equal something .toString. Yeah, so I take most of these. This is not how I really would write this code. Oops. Like I think I want to do this different eventually, but that's okay. Classes .push that. Sure. Wait, calling push string Consider push with a character literal, sure. Yeah, oh wait, no. Yeah, that's fine. Push, a space, and then classes dot push, the background color. So now I want to do self dot button type dot background color. Background color. Background class works for me. This doesn't exist, but then I can generate it. And now this is where I'm going to do my match on self. Reference to self. I don't need the whole thing. Fill the arms. When you're a primary, you get this. That needs to be a push string. This can this one is background. I don't remember what it was. Background. Oh, and it does have a border. Cool. I didn't actually remember that. So this one could just be classes or something. No reason to make the naming harder than it needs to be. Cool. So then if we push that there, this should be able to be just classes. Let's try this out. Okay, well, it didn't break. It seems like it's working. Oh, okay. Okay. It's rendering something, but it doesn't seem like my margin is hanging around still. Oh, because I still don't have the freaking additional classes. This is then if let some additional classes, yeah. So if there are additional classes, add a space and then add the additional classes. I don't like that that classes is not a vec. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Let mutable classes equals vec. Was that right? It probably was. Text that. Perfect. Yeah, that does want to go there. Love that. Classes push additional classes, and then let classes equals classes that join on a space. There we go. Much better. Now I actually have a vec. I don't have to deal with adding spaces. We just like have classes. It's much better. Okay. These now don't have any kind of tailwind on them though, which is unfortunate. I really like the tailwind stuff. Might have to think about a way to bring that back. Yeah, I was just seeing if naming was my problem there. There we go. Now we actually got our additional classes. They get spaced out nicely. And we're good to go. Awesome, and now we have this we have this button. And I think I can get rid of my primary and secondary methods now because we actually just have this button struct. Awesome. I like it. Yeah, I'm feeling good about these component things a little bit, right? We were able to make this struct, write some Rust code, and feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Okay. I think we're gonna do something slightly switching gears, but we're not leaving too much. Let's make a commit. What did we do? Okay. Yeah, we just did the button stuff. Cool. Add a button struct. Let's get a little refill of my water. Okay, so I did that right as I wanted a sip of water. Not the best timing. So the next thing I think we're gonna do is slightly different. And actually, we're gonna push this. We're gonna deploy that, because the thing that I want to do next is probably not something that I want to push to main. And it is test for old sitemap. That's what I want. Yeah. Okay. So eventually, this is gonna replace my existing blog. That's at CoreyJA.com. And one thing that I want to be relatively sure of, as sure as possible, is that I don't dead link all of my blog pages. Because, like, you know, I have some of these that get some number of hits, not a ton, but, like, you know, I would like it if the I don't take a Google hit when we switch over. So I want to make it so all of these URLs are still valid. So I think what I want to do is I want to work on a quick test or quick CLI that I can run as a test, quick something that will take the, so I think I have a sitemap.xml file here. And some of these I don't care about, like all the ones that are tags, I think I'm fine with ignoring. Like I don't need all of the /tags ones to exist. But all of the other ones are actual pages that I would like to preserve. Again, these ones aren't. So it's really just the blog pages. But I just want to make sure that, like, with the spelling and with the, you know, I want to make sure all of these links continue to work. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make, maybe it's a little CLI, maybe that's all it is, that hits this sitemap, grabs the XML, parses out all the URLs, and then tries to hit each of those URLs on the new site and see how many exist. I think for now we can just like record success versus 404, like does the server respond versus does it not respond. But eventually I think I want to have it like check content at least a little bit, like, you know, does some of the words appear on the page or something, I don't know. But for now, let's try to grab this sitemap.xml. I think I'm going to just grab the live one because, like, if I publish a new blog post tomorrow, I would like this script to just pick it up. So I think we're going to do that. We're just going to hit the live thing, download the XML file, parse the XML file, grab the URLs, change the domain so that they don't point to this. I can either have them point to the beta or do a local URL, not a big deal. And then loop through the URLs and check for status. Yeah, let's see. I was originally thinking that I was gonna be done around 9, and that's in 10 minutes, so I definitely don't think we will get that much done in 10 minutes, but that's okay. It doesn't have to take 10 minutes. I can take longer, or we don't have to finish it now. We will see how we're feeling. Awesome, so I already have a cargo workspace, which is great because I can just do cargo new, what do I want to call this thing? It's the, like, sitemap checker. Sounds like a great name. It's a binary. And so we have a site map checker. And I think if I go to servers, cargo, and we do a default run equals server, I think then I can still do cargo run here. Oh, cool. We actually just have, oh wait, does that mean it's not building? Does that mean that the thing I just tried to deploy isn't going to build? It probably does mean that, for sure. It definitely means that. Okay, well, I guess let's just fix it here and then I'll go fix it on main as well. In HTTP server, these don't exist anymore. Fun. Okay, but now that does work. Okay. Let's just make a whip commit. Whip. Check out main again. It's not gonna build. Fix it so it builds. Cargo Clippy. For good measure. Oh, we have unused stuff because I just like deleted a bunch of code earlier. Okay, we're not gonna listen to Clippy at the moment. I would like to listen to Clippy. It's just not a today kind of thing. But it can build now, right? Like that's the thing that I guess I really need to check. Okay. Oops, fix the build. Oh, I keep forgetting I moved it. I moved my YubiKey so it was easier, but now I keep thinking it's still in its original spot. Okay, now we can go back to the branch that I was on. We can unwhip the commit. Okay, here we go. And we are good to go. I guess what I should do is G rebase main. Does that work? No. Yeah. I could whip it. And then do this. And then unwhip it. There we go. Ta-da! Was that the best way to do it? No. Did it work? Unfortunately. Okay. Now if I go to sitemap checker and cargo run. Awesome. Okay. Lib rs XML parser. XML Saturday? Yeah. That seems reasonable.
Just wait for the tone.
It's got a lot of downloads. Item name banana source store item. So then you can parse an item out of that. Yeah. Encoding the following example in YAML is not trivial. One possibility is the following YAML. Header section side note. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't do HTML. That's fine. I don't need it to do HTML. I think this will work. Cargo add Saturday. I guess I'm not even there yet. Let's like add Tokyo full. Tokyo features full. Cool. And then let's go and make this a Tokyo main. Make this async. Cargo run. Did I get it right? Let's find out.
Please leave your name, number, and a message.
Looks like maybe. Nice, I did. Awesome. Okay. And then like Rust, let's get request. It's easy. Cargo add request. Something like this. And this is going to be my sitemap. Sitemap. This one. Yeah. Okay. So return a result of okay. So actually, I want to look at a new crate. Lib.rs. So I think there's this create for error stuff that I hadn't looked at. Yeah. Fancy diagnostic report library and protocol for us mere models who aren't compiler hackers. Yeah, okay, so this I think is, I thought it was mostly just for config and giving these nice, like, this line is wrong of your config file, but apparently it does a lot more than that. So using it in main, yeah, this is exactly what I want. Cargo add, oh, spelled that wrong. Awesome. Okay, so like probably can just grab these, put them in scope. Awesome. And then that's probably all I should need to do. And then at the bottom of this I can go, okay. Nice. It is not satisfied by this. You must enable the fancy crate feature to get fancy report output like the screenshots here. That's fine. I don't think I need fancy, but oh, into diagnostic. Into diagnostic and then return it. Into diagnostic. Nice. Okay. Cool. Let's add this feature though. Okay, cargo run should still just work fine. Not if you can't spell it though. Nice. Look at that XML document. Beautiful. And let's Rust sitemap XML. What if I just want to parse a sitemap XML? Sitemap package, look at that. Requires a read instance to read from. Okay. Using sitemap is straightforward, just provide a read instance and obtain an iterator over events. Okay, it's a little weird, but like that's kind of what I want. Streaming read. Oh, okay. Its whole job is streaming. It's fine. Just checking if there's another option. I always should just check this. Sitemap iter, sitemap, all time. Yeah, that one feels good. Okay, sitemap. Sitemap. Oh, it's the one I was just looking at. Cool. Okay. Let's see if this breaks. I want to see an error. No error. Cool. Okay, so let's do a site that doesn't exist. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Error sending request for URL, error trying to connect, DNS error connecting. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So beautiful. Well, I found a new default error crate for sure. I'm using Mite for everything. I've been using Color Eye for a while. This is nice. This is nicer. It's pretty similar. I get the full like the thing in each one. This has a little bit nicer ASCII art, and I know it has some cool features for other stuff. So I think I am sold. Okay, but now let's actually undo all the errors because I'm done with that now. Cargo add sitemap. Okay, so then sitemap reader. We just like get a parser. On body. Sitemap reader. We can import you. Don't have to print out the body. Oh, okay. So string doesn't implement read. How do I like Rust string to read? Like, how do I? What do I put you in? As bytes. Cool. Okay, so for URL in parser, it's not exactly that, but like we'll get something. Yeah, look at that. Look at all these URL entry points. Love it. Okay. So each URL has a URL entry or something. Let's just start decomposing this. Whoa. URL. Yeah, I want to like go to the sitemap entity. Yep. Okay, so you can be one of two things. You can be a URL, a sitemap, or an error. Oh, does that mean that like the first thing, like was there a sitemap as the first thing, or is this just spitting me out URLs directly? It's just spitting me out URLs. Awesome. Okay. This is not how I would usually do this, but let's just do this quick. Let mutable URLs equals effect of new sitemap entity if let yes that copilot expected enum found result. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't want it in a result. Awesome. Okay, so grab the things that are URLs, put them in URLs. I don't really even need to print them out. For URL in URLs. Okay, I don't even need. I can just operate on things here. It's fine. Okay, so we have a URL. Yeah, we could debug out a URL. That seems reasonable enough. Okay. I haven't been sitting well in my chair, I don't think. Oh, that's maybe a little bit better. Okay. So I think all I really want to do is change these URLs to have a different domain. But I think I want to get the URL out of the URL here. So let's try that. So let's actually get the URL out of the URL that's inside here. Oops, don't know what I clicked. I don't know if that's what this is. Yeah, it's not that. Oh, it is actually. Oh my gosh, I forgot. It's just that I only want to grab the URL and I don't care about anything else. Okay, well. URL entry. Does that have a URL in it? URL entry has a location. And the location can be, oh my gosh, okay. Location. Wait, yes it does. URL entry, oh, has lock location, of course. If let, that's not it. This is a location. So location URL. If let location URL URL equals that. There we go. Is that finally far enough? Let's just qualify it. Ooh, it can be combined. Replace this if let can be collapsed into the outer. Yeah, but like, show me. Do it for me. I didn't think I could do an and like this. I didn't think that was possible. Oh, it's just saying that I should do this. Wait, actually, I don't know what it's saying. The outer can be collapsed to the outer. Replace this with this pattern prefixed by, yeah, okay, yep. So we take the pattern from here and we say location. We're gonna destructure all of this. Wow. I do love Rust and destructuring like that. That is really nice. Okay, so this should just loop through all of them and print out the URLs. And then let's actually just print out the path. So that's all I need from this. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Oops. Dang it, I just closed VS Code. Okay. VS Code's back. I need to do some surgery here. List sessions. Attach to dry room. perfect. Oh no, I'm like inside marked popcorn as well. Oh no. Oh no, that's fine. It's just gonna be okay for now. I don't like it, but it's just what needed to happen apparently. So I'm usually a Tmux person, but I've been trying to switch to ZellaJ, but I don't have all my bindings and settings right, so I'm not actually like good enough to switch. But we're trying. Okay, so I've got this. So like let new URL equal url.clone. Except I'm gonna make this mutable, and then I'm gonna do new url.domain. Oh wait, I can't. Yeah, I want to set it. Can I not do that? Attempted to take value of method domain. Yeah. I really hoped that I was gonna be able to do something about that. Go to URL. Can I not like set anything on this? A parsed URL record from URL. Okay, yeah. How? There's no way I can't like set the URL. Parse with params. Rust URL crate. Let's go to the docs. Okay. Base URL. How do I change out the base? Set host. Set host. That's all I needed. All I need is set host. It's nice and easy. Beta.coreyj.com. Sure, it can be a sum. Does set host have a pan? Wow, okay, that's silly, but whatever. Got into diagnostic. Perfect. Okay. Trigger run. Nice. That makes sense. I shouldn't have printed out. Those wouldn't be any different. Okay, so let's now just do let response equals get the new thing. Response.status is success. Yeah, that's pretty close to what I want. What's going on? What's going on, ZellaJ? You wanna let me do things in my terminal? That would be nifty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not a good sign. It's really not a good sign when I can't just open a terminal. Okay, team. We might be wrapping up a little earlier than I would have liked to. Oh, okay, here. P-kill ZellaJ. That'll help. Okay. That should have gotten rid of a bunch of things. There we go. Okay. So now I don't have any other sessions, I hope. Perfect. And I also lost my overmind. But do I even need my overmind? No, I don't want my overmind. So we're fine. Site map. Site map checker. Cargo run. They're all bad except the homepage. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Let's make this a little bit better. Do. Green check emoji. That one will work. Copy it. Boop. And then like skull will work for me for the moment. Now let's just do X. Or cross mark. Oh, and I can just do this. And actually, I probably would want to do this with new URL. Can I just like do that? No, it needs the whole thing. Really? So I still want these down here. Oh, no problem. I'm glad I'm glad they were helpful tips. Glad you're working on the changes. Love to hear it. And no problem at all. Glad I could be helpful. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. That might be like 80% of the way there. Let's filter out tags, and that might be pretty good. And so like this, I might actually want all the URLs in a collection so that I can do things with them instead of going one by one. So let's actually do that. Let URLs equals well, let's just make it a vec. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, no, I can do this as a filter map. You're right. You're right. I totally can. No, I don't want to though. Do I care? I don't know. Let's just not do this right now. Okay, let's do the. Oh, thanks, Tobbs on Twitch. I should do that. I will. That's also just a good reminder to me. I meant to do that a while ago, do better about rating when I was done streaming, but I haven't been great about that. And you're right. So I will do that. And we might do that in like 5 minutes or so here. I think I might wrap up here and I'll go find someone to raid. That's a great idea. Thank you for the thanks for thinking of me, really. Thanks for the thought. I really do appreciate it. Let's just commit this. Get a little executable written that tells which pages work on the new site. And actually, like, so I made like not a big deal, but I made a big thing about making a branch and doing it not on the main branch because I didn't think I was gonna merge it, because in that moment in my head this was gonna be like a test, like I was gonna write it as an actual like Rust test, so then it was gonna, oh, that's work. Not a big deal to like show work, I'm not trying to avoid it, but it definitely wasn't the tab I meant to open. I'm just so I was doing it all day. That was just the one that like muscle memory opened up for me. I am Tobbs on Twitch after all. I like that. I like that. That's perfect. So this is just this little executable. Little executable to make sure the new site has all the pages of the old one. Really simple script basically that runs through all the pages in the old sitemap and sees which work on the new site. It's nice and easy. Oh, if I do want, okay, well, I'll get the PR open and we will get it deployed in a bit. I'm not worried about it, but it does seem like I have CI that I have to run, which I just forget about. Let's see though. Is this? There we go. With a refresh on the beta page, you can see all of our lovely work for today. We got the nice nice styles for everything here. Okay. And with that, I think we might wrap up here, team. but we will find a good person to raid. So let's see, what's the best way to do that? I think I'm just gonna do that on the screen here. And we will get started. I was trying to decide if I should try to do it off stream, but that doesn't feel super duper easy. So let's just do it the way I think I know how. Twitch. Make sure, there we go. I like that it went to my own page and then creator dashboard. Is what I'm looking for? Yep. Then raid. There we go. Okay, so but then I actually have to have known a channel. So let's go browse around. Browse. Software and game development. Let's find. We'll stay here, but let's find someone with a little bit lower things. Is anyone else doing some Rust? Would be a good one. Let's see, tools for AWS. Oh, Rust. There we go. I like this channel probably. Ooh, you want to raid CM Griffing? I don't know who that is, but if you're being serious, then we can do that. Ah, this one. That'll work. A PNG fork for
hey.
YouTubers.
Still on.
We can raid them. Let's do the other person. You want to do the Rust person? Okay, yeah, let's do the Rust person. I like that. I will check that one out for later though. Nick McPhee? Yeah, doing some error handling in Rust. I already forgot how to Nick McPhee. Perfect. Yeah. Ooh, let's do this quick.
Need a special case?
Yep. Okay. Let's do that. We're gonna go check out Nick McPhee's stream, and thanks for hanging out, and let's start this raid. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me and enjoyed and hanging out. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I had a lot of fun and enjoyed the stream tonight. I hope you come back. Give me a like and a follow, and let's go do this raid. Have fun. See you guys later. Oh, I forget that I actually have to close down the stream when I do the raid. Bye everybody. Oh, let's complete this here quick. Okay, bye everyone.